My initial thoughts on the pilot program were always positive. I knew that this program would give a closeness between a daughter, son or grandchildren and their mother or father. Talking about their wishes and letting family be aware of these is so important when the time comes to remember what mum and dad have said they want at end of life. With this program giving support to our residents and staff by a psychologist provided by one Red Tree is so huge. This has never happened before in aged care that I know of. The support is instrumental in helping families, staff and residents get through hard times.
Well, initially, my husband Cam Cooper was critical, and it wasn't thought that he was going to be with us for very much longer, and I thought this is a great opportunity to share some valuable time and answer some critical questions that would be great for him to hear. As time went on, Cam, thankfully, luckily, wonderfully, has improved and continues to do so. And as he's improved, his ability to understand the questions and hear the answers, more importantly, has been absolutely wonderful. And to hear his reaction, to see his cheeky smile come, and hear his often surprising answers has changed my thoughts on the program from anxiety to how Cam was going to cope, to delight in how he has coped.
One of the biggest benefits we have seen is amongst the residents, and that's providing them with an opportunity to speak to someone who's focusing purely on them. So it provides them with an opportunity to express their concerns, express their fears, what they're thinking, talk about themselves, and it's done in a safe environment that's validating their feelings as well.
Quite emotional at times, talking about their mum or dad and their life. It's provided the families with opportunity to come to term with their loved one coming into care. For the resident, they have felt that they were able to talk about their wishes and life to someone that listened and gave support back to them.
Providing the residents with an opportunity to explore what the next stage of life is for them. So for quite a few of the residents, that next stage is that decline in health, and we might start looking at death, or they might start thinking about death more often. So providing them with an opportunity to feel validated and supported in that setting and explore it in a safe way. Takes a little bit of the strain off staff. Staff aren't the only ones dealing with those little comments about death. It provides staff with support as well. So I do offer support for staff in how to react and handle that phrasing, as it can be quite confronting in some settings. I've seen benefits for families in allowing families to come see me. They can explore some anticipatory grief themselves, talk about their feelings, their current concerns, and provide again a safe environment for that and an opportunity for any referrals on if needed.
You think about it on the way home, or how the reaction with Cam went, or how it made you feel, because the questions were all kind and gentle and sweet, historical in our time together. When Emma leaves, Cam and I continue to talk about the answers and the event, and the impact there has been tender and happy and emotional, not in a teary way, in a happy way. The impact has been the same for Cam. He brightens up, and to see the way that he has this cheeky, happy grin on his face when Emma comes in is a delight.
We've also seen the benefit to staff. Again, they're provided with an opportunity to debrief, express concerns, even look around at potential different ways they could approach certain settings.
This program has allowed families, residents and staff to open up and talk about loved ones, or with staff to have someone for them to talk about anything that they have not been able to cope with or grieve about in workplace or sometimes personal, especially with the death of a resident that they had a closeness to. This program is so important to our residents, family and staff. We have not been able to have on hand in our workplace this opportunity before. Residents and families were not able to get emotional support and opportunities to grieve in the past. This program needs to be kept going for our residents, families and staff, not only for Lowe Street, but opportunities for other aged care residential places at EGHS, such as Wallora and Garden View Court. Lowe Street were the first, now they need to be given the opportunity.
I think it is 100% beneficial continuing to fund this program. I think this program is providing an opportunity to so many individuals to seek help, either early on, so for staff to seek out that assistance, but it's providing residents with an opportunity to talk, and there's so much evidence out there that talking is such an effective tool when it comes to reducing depression. And for a lot of these residents, they don't talk to anyone outside of maybe a select family member. And they often don't get to talk to the staff because the staff are quite busy because they are overwhelmed. The best example of whether or not this should be funded is watching that legacy document be handed back. The wife and the husband connect on such an intimate level, and to see him fully engrossed in something that he previously hadn't been able to do due to his health was amazing. He was remembering stuff, he was talking, he was engaged, and they were living in the moment, which was, again, amazing, just amazing to see.
Emma so carefully led us on this journey, and how careful she was and how quickly she learnt of areas that were very impactful for Cam and I. His collections, our travels, and our great love for each other. And I don't know if the questions were changed especially for Cam, but they certainly suited us, and they brought out emotions in us that were delightful. And that is a great credit to Emma's ability to understand, read people, and her tenderness to Cam is something that I will always remember.